There are days that pass by unnoticed. Ordinary days where nothing seems to shift. But then there are days that split your life in two, before and after. The day she found her true voice was one of those days. This is Emily's story, but maybe it's a little bit yours too. For years, Emily moved through life like a shadow, present but never fully seen. She was kind, accommodating, careful. The kind of woman who smiled even when she didn't agree, who laughed softly at jokes that hurt her heart, who swallowed her words just to keep the peace. Not because she didn't have thoughts, but because somewhere along the way, she learned that being liked was safer than being heard. And so she dimmed herself, smoothed her edges, became who others needed her to be. Until one day she realized she no longer recognized the sound of her own voice. It happened slowly, a series of little moments. Choosing silence in a meeting, saying yes when she meant no, smiling through discomfort. But the breaking point came quietly. She was sitting in her car after work, hands still on the steering wheel, unable to move. The day had been full of voices, everyone else's, loud and confident, and hers once again left unspoken. That night, Emily cried, not for the meeting, but for every time she had abandoned herself in exchange for acceptance. And in that moment, something inside her whispered, no more. She didn't know how to begin. There was no guidebook, no guaranteed outcome. Just a flicker of determination she hadn't felt in years. So she started small. She began journaling again, writing words she didn't edit for anyone else's comfort. She walked alone without distractions, listening inward. And slowly her voice returned, not perfect, not polished, but real. She spoke up in the next meeting, even as her hands trembled. She said no to a favor she didn't want to do. She told someone close to her the truth she'd held in for too long. At first, people were surprised. Some even pulled away. But something else happened too. Her world began to align. Conversations became more honest. Her connections deepened. She laughed louder, cried openly. She no longer performed, she lived. There were setbacks, of course, days she felt quiet again. But now she noticed. Now she returned to herself faster. And every time she did, her voice grew stronger. More rooted, more hers. You see, finding your voice isn't about being louder than everyone else. It's about being louder than your own fear. It is about honoring the part of you that knows what is true even when the world tells you otherwise. It's about saying, I am here and I matter. Emily didn't become someone new. She became someone real, herself. And once she did, everything shifted. Not all at once, but with grace, with truth, with presence. If you've ever felt like you were living someone else's life, if you've ever stayed silent because it was safer, if you've ever longed to feel like you again, then perhaps this is your moment too, not to be someone different, but to be someone true. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait until you're ready. You just need to begin messy, scared human. Your voice doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. So speak the truth that trembles inside you. Say the thing you've been holding in. Write the words that feel too big. Stand even if your legs shake. Because when you do, the world will adjust. And more importantly, you'll come home to yourself. And if this story touched something within you, if you felt seen, if a piece of your own voice stirred quietly as you listened, I invite you to honor that. Breathe with it, sit with it, let it grow, and when you're ready, speak. If this message reached you in a meaningful way, I would be honored if you left a comment sharing what resonated with you most. Your words might be the light someone else needs. And if you'd like to support this space, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Every gesture here is a thread in the web of connection we're building together. You are not too much. You are not too quiet. You are enough exactly as you are. And your voice, your beautiful, trembling, truthful voice is sacred. Welcome home. To yourself, to your light, to this space. This is my vessel of light.